All right, so today we're going to talk about the Invest America accounts, also known as the Trump accounts. These accounts we've known about for a while, but they just became live on July 4th. And the more details that we understand now that these accounts are live, to me, these are a no-brainer account to open for your child. Any kids under 18, parents, open these accounts for your kids. These are just a no-brainer account to open up. And so we're going to go over all the details here. So every child under 18, they can have these tax advantage investment accounts. That's going to put them in the market from day one. So if you're open this at birth, you're invested in the market from day one. And this is a great investment opportunity for your kids. There is billions of dollars in free money from the government, employers, and philanthropists that is flowing into these accounts. But you only get the money if the account is open. So all this free money that is being offered up to these Invest America accounts only go to the children that have these accounts opened by their parents. So these accounts they can be open, but they cannot be managed by the parents. They're managed through the IRS and the US Treasury, meaning you can't pick what to invest in. Neither could a financial advisor. So these have to be done by the parents, and it is a government managed asset. So some key facts here: 1,000 free dollars at birth. So any child that is born from 2025 to 2028, they're getting a $1,000 seed investment from the government. Phenomenal, free money. And if you pass that, if you were born in 2024 and you're still under 18, you don't qualify for the $1,000 seed investment, but there is money coming from charity, philanthropic investments. Your employer can contribute, and also your parents, grandparents, friends, family, anybody can contribute up to $5,000 per child a year. So that's phenomenal. And the charity and state gifts, they do not count against the cap. So $5,000 can be contributed from friends, family, parents, and your employer. That's the cap. But any money like the $1,000 seed investment or any other philanthropic investments that go into that account, they do not count against the cap, and in theory can be unlimited. So these accounts are going to be invested in the S&P 500 at a very low fee of 0.02%. So these accounts are going to have exposure to the top 500 best American companies, and those companies always rebalance to take out the bad ones and include the good companies into the S&P 500. These are free. They're free to open. There's no minimums. And like I said, your employer can match $2,500 a year per employee, and that's tax-free to the employee. And it's a tax benefit to the employer, which we'll talk about in a moment. And these accounts, they are locked until 18, and then that becomes a IRA for the child. So once it's an IRA, you can take some of that money out and use it towards college, a house, starting a business. Or my favorite pick here is to roll it into a Roth IRA, so you can have even better compounding growth that is tax-free for the long haul. So here's how it works from birth to 18. Parents enroll the child and open the account. Any child under 18, the free money comes in, or the friends, family, parents, employers, they deposit money in. It's going to grow in the S&P 500. And then when the child turns 18, it's theirs. It's an IRA that has tax advantages and has options. So back to the how money can get in here. So you have the $1,000 newborn seed investment, but there are other streams of money to be deposited into these accounts. So the philanthropic money. So wealthy families and foundations are donating billions of dollars directly into children's accounts. And these are gifts that don't count against the $5,000 limit. So some of these donations, we've got Michael Dell himself, him and his wife have donated $6.25 billion. So if every child in America opened an account, I think the math comes out to be like $250 into each child's account. So this is so far the single largest commitment so far. And there's over 50 companies so far. This is brand new. It opened on July 4th. So we're going to just see more and more companies that are starting to contribute to their employees' children's accounts. So they can contribute $2,500 per employee. So if you have one child, that $2,500 can go to your child. But if you have 10 children, you got to split that up. And there's more to come. So you have Ray Dalio's working on other type of investments, and then there's going to be other types of grants from the government as well. So this is on a large scale, like Michael Dell, Every Kid in America, and this is also on a local scale. So this can be someone in California wants to give $1 billion that's going to be spread across just the children of California. It could be someone in Los Angeles County that wants to give $100 million to the kids in Los Angeles County. So this is where the charity money can really start to stack up, because you're going to see a lot of individuals, a lot of charities say this is a very clear way to give people money that is going to be put to good use, because they can't touch it until they're 18. And then even then it's an IRA. So they're going to most likely do hopefully something responsible with those funds. And it's a write-off for the individuals and the companies. So there's a huge incentive for people to keep making these contributions. Employers, so companies can contribute $2,500 per child of an employee. That's tax-free to the employee and a tax advantage for the business. We just talked about that. So talk to your HR, see if you're leaving money unclaimed. This is brand new, so a lot of places probably won't even know what you're talking about, but you want to be ahead of the game and open these accounts, because this is coming to most companies across America, I would assume, because of the tax benefit for everybody. So friends and family, it's not just parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, family, friends. They can all contribute. This is birthday money that'll compound for decades, and it beats another toy. So if you are a small business owner, this is a no-brainer employee benefit. So as a small business owner, you can go to your employees and say, hey, I want to contribute $2,500 per year for each employee. And the employee can then disperse that amongst whichever child or children they choose. It's a business deduction for the, it's an expense for the company, and it's tax-free income for the employee. So it's a rare double win, and it's going to build loyalty, and it's a lot easier than asking for a raise. So this does require a written contribution program, but this is just something to start churning the wheels here. So we won't get into the nitty gritty there, but if you need help, just give me a call and we can map out the strategy for there. So the bottom line here is, even if you're not a newborn, this is worth opening, because this account is going to position you to receive the money that is being pledged. And there's billions of dollars out there already, and it's only going to keep going up. So don't leave this money on the table here. Open the account. Even if you don't contribute, just open the account, because you don't know what new pledges are going to come. And that's just free money that you're missing out for your child. So how to sign up? This takes 5 minutes. You can go and create an account at trumpaccounts.com. So here's the link here. I think the easiest way to sign up is using the app, but I won't go over all of this. You can screenshot here, or you could look for this PDF down below in the description. But signing up does not take much time, and it's a no-brainer move. So let's go over some of the numbers here. So what's really great about this account is the Roth IRA is the super retirement account, but there's a lot of restrictions on Roth IRAs, and you can't open a Roth IRA. It has to be funded with after-tax money, meaning you have to have a paycheck. So a child can't have a Roth IRA until their first paycheck. With these accounts, these Invest America accounts, this is the exception, because you're getting a head start right at birth. There's no job required, and you're getting an extra 18 years of compounding in America's top 500 companies. You can't, the best asset is time when it comes to investing. The more time in the market, the better. The longer that money can compound. So if you can start from day one, even if it's $100, $1,000, it's better than nothing. So you're getting 18 years of compounding. And if you max these numbers out, it's phenomenal. Because once the child turns 18, they can convert it to a Roth IRA. There will be a tax benefit, or a tax to be paid on the gains that was made in that account. But when you're 18, you're in the lowest tax bracket possible, unless you're balling and making a bunch of money. So you're going to pay a little bit of tax, but then that account is now tax-free on the growth for the rest of its lifespan until you retire. So here it is. Invest America, birth to 18, it grows tax deferred. It's a traditional Roth IRA at 18. The standard IRA rules apply. Convert it to a Roth IRA and then get tax-free forever. So here's what some numbers look like for the growth. If you were to do zero money and open it By age 18, with that $1,000, you're looking at $15,000 with just that seed money. No money added annually. If you contributed $250 a year, by age 27, you're at $51,000. And if you max it out and put $5,000 in a year, by age 55, you're at $742,000. Now, this is based on the S&P historical averages. Nothing's guaranteed, but it's a pretty good track record for the S&P. So I think that's all I really want to go over here for this account. This is just a phenomenal new investment account, and I think there's going to be other similar accounts to come for the people that are in between this, where you're 18 to 40. There's going to be other accounts that potentially open up similar to this, but this is a no-brainer. You can't get 18 years back, and so if you can open this account for your children, go ahead and do it. Go download the app, open the account. So that's the overview on the Invest America accounts. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. Emails down here below. But that is it for now. All right, everybody. Peace out.